I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time, and when I'm not deep frying a turducken in a closed garage, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
If you or a family member are 55 or over and need nursing home level care, but want to keep living where you are, check out Providence Elder Place PACE. This program offers healthcare, housing, transportation, and recreational activities. There are no co-pays or deductibles, and it's covered through Medicare and Medicaid. Providence Elder Place PACE works to keep you healthy and in your home. Call 206-320-5325 or visit providence.org Elder Place. Providence.org Elder Place.
1, 2, get down.
What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio World, your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Petro, King County. This is where you want to listen to for all the sports that's happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio World.
See a bad.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, all in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Something amazing happens when you buckle a seatbelt. It's kind of magic. We put our phones out of reach, like in the glove compartment, or give extra room for someone on their bike. That little act of stopping to let someone cross the street, it's a thing of beauty. Even getting a ride home after drinking is quite heroic, because doing all the little things plays a huge role in keeping us safe on the road. Together, we get there. A message from the Washington Traffic Safety Commission.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. Don't forget to log on www.RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, the founder and CEO of We Empower You, the community, and WeEmpowerYourLife.com. And you're listening to Shatter the Glass Ceilings. And I'm looking forward to today's show because we're going to shatter the glass ceiling right down to the floor. Have the media come to rely on you as a trusted source? Has the level of attention to your issue heightened in the media since you began your efforts? Sound appealing? While many coaches and entrepreneurs consider getting in the media a powerful opportunity, few understand how to create a strategic approach to reach the media with their message. Working with a media professional to get your message out to the people that you most could be helping is what we're going to be talking about today. I have back again interviewing Lynette Hoy. She is a PR expert and she's extraordinary. Since 1994, publicity campaign expert Lynette Hoy has practiced public relations in different capacities, inclusive of founding her firm Firetalker PR 11 years ago. The fire chief, as she's come to be known, has worked with organizations like the National Institutes of Health, the American Cancer Society, and that's putting their products, services, and events on the map. In the profit sector, Lynette has turned C-suite executives into speakers and thought leaders featured in major media, including CNN, MSNBC, Inc. magazine, Fortune magazine, just to name a few. A fiery connector and idea generator, Lynette's VIP mentoring program and other services increase the bottom line. And today she's going to be sharing with us how you can use media to increase your bottom line. Thank you so much, Lynette. It's so great to have you back.
Hi, Bettina. Thanks for having me.
How wonderful. I love that we've teamed up. And there's some burning questions that I have that I want to jump right into. And one of it is just, what is PR anyway? And why is it so important to coaches, speakers, authors, and consultants?
Well, public relations is a vast industry. I like to think of it as a huge golf umbrella, and all those bright colored stripes represent a different part of the industry. And it's all about, of course, how we relate to the public, but it's also having everything to do with our what's called our internal public and our external public. So our internal public is everything within our businesses, our vendors, our clients, even our families and our family friends. And the list goes on, our immediate stakeholders. Our external public is really everything else. And it's how everything plays together, comes together for a common good across not only all of our platforms, but between our relationship with our business and that with the general public.
That is a really great explanation of it, right? And so if I want to expose my story, my message to the media, I'm going to need to know exactly what PR is as such, right? Then why is visibility such a huge topic right now, would you say?
Visibility is huge, and here's why. In 2020, the Small Business Administration, together with Pew Research, well, they did a lot out there, and they came up with over 48% of those that were part of the Great Resignation, which is actually still going on, started their own businesses. 48%. That's a huge number. And that means we've got more competition across the board because most of those people are coaches, authors, speakers, and there's just a huge plethora of these people in the marketplace. So it becomes more important than ever for us to get our message to millions, not just several hundred or 1,000, but getting a message to millions so that we can really stand apart as the expert we are.
I love that. That goes in line with the fact that we believe that we can help you to turn your message into millions, right?
Yes.
And so PR is just one of the methods to the madness. And having a strategic plan in place that is about PR is so, so critical. I know I've been a little bit avoiding the PR world for the last year as I've been building this We Empower You community, but now I'm ready. And I've actually started to work with you, and I'm really excited about that. So what kind of a mindset is required for PR? Because obviously I've been avoiding it because I felt like it wasn't ready yet. And now I feel that I am. And so really that was all going on in my hot little head, right? Maybe I was ready sooner than I thought.
Well, it has everything to do with abundance. And we hear that word a lot, and I don't think it's ever overused. And here's why. When we're in a micro space, it means that we're feeling, oh my gosh, what member of the media would ever want to interview me? And I just don't have time and I don't understand. And when you come from a place of abundance, it means that there's more reporters out there, more members of the media than I could ever serve. And so it's a real mind shift. And then also that it doesn't take that much in terms of mind power to truly get your message to millions and to set that mindset around I can do this, versus it's too hard. It is a lot of work, that's most certain, but it's nothing that you can't learn.
Yes, and just being media ready, so to speak. That's what I've been working on the last couple of years. I used to be in the media quite a bit, I would say, and when I was doing stuff around women's empowerment. And then I left that field for a number of years. And then when I came back in 2020, I started building this We Empower You community. And now I feel like I have something to talk about. I have sound bites. I have a message that I do want to get to the masses. I want to be global and am global on so many levels. So I engaged you to help me. And specifically, we are working on press releases. That is just one of the strategies that can be used and deployed in the arena of PR. It may not be as effective as it used to be way back in the day, but it's still an effective means. Can you share with folks a little bit about what is the value a press release will give for you and where might it take you?
Well, the value behind it is really vast. And although I agree with you that press releases may not have some of the same characteristics as they did years ago, they are still an incredible platform, an incredible piece of material to use when we're getting the word out about ourselves. And it's really an amazing way to put together concise bites of information that the media can consume. And having a really strong headline, a great subheadline or byline, and creating a really strong message with great content throughout the press release with quotes and call outs. Now, all of that is really important to put all the messaging together. And another big piece of this is that we don't really send paper press releases anymore, or faxes. We send them in emails, and we put them out on wire services more so now than we really ever have before. And the reason for that is there's such great search engine optimization when we're writing press releases. There's wonderful things that you can add to a press release, like links and different keywords that can help us in the SEO portion of getting releases out there. And I always recommend that people do them once or twice a month. Get them on your website, put them in your press room, and really start to leverage them for getting your information out there in a different way. And a part of why that's important is that when you put a press release out on a wire service like PR Web or press, PR Newswire or prlog.org, any of these, you're literally putting the press release into a template that goes out onto a wire service like Associated Press, only it's a service that goes out and it hits multiple partners that work with the wire service. So they are required via their contract to put your press release out there. And those numbers have been increasing. And in a time where they say press releases are losing momentum, I disagree. And as a PR pro of 27 years, I can tell you they're really just as popular as they have been.
One of the things that I enjoy about press releases is the writing of the press release, the putting all of the parts together. And when you do that, you see what you're missing, right? You get to see where your holes are. Maybe you don't have the greatest photo to submit. Maybe you don't have your website link working. Stuff like that can be identified right up front. And then in addition to that, what I also enjoy is that you can take the press release and put it into sound bites and use it as, for your public speaking. You can also put it in different Facebook and social posts. So the process itself is actually, I think, really valuable. So even if it's not as effective as it was in the past, it's certainly still effective for many reasons. So that's just one of the components of working with a professional like yourself. What are some other benefits of working with someone who's in the media like what you're doing?
Well, it's about learning how to, for example, put together an online media kit or a press kit. There's a lot that goes into creating a very professionally produced press kit or online media kit that many folks don't know about. And then there's the press room, where we have something on our website, like at the top of our website on the menu bar, you've got about, you've got testimonials, you've got your contact. Well, you've also got press room in there. And within that, you put the online media kit, you put pictures of yourself that are, ready to be downloaded by the media. They're approved for the media. You've got all of your interviews in there. It's almost like a microsite within your regular website. So I teach people how to do that as well as helping them do it, doing it for them. Yep. And then the other piece is teaching people how to research the right media. You don't just reach out to anybody and send them a press release or begin that relationship. You have to start from ground zero and first of all, learn, for example, who those media are that would be your ideal media, just like your ideal client. Well, you've got different media folks out there that are really important to the whole essence of your publicity campaign.
Yes, I agree. All of this is really good information. And so we together have, brought to fruition a do-it-for-you program, as we call it. And it's called Just in the Nick of Time VIP Press Release Services. And it's just one of many, many things that are coming down the pike for us that we're going to be delivering together so that folks out there who may or may not know much about the press side of things can have the support that they need at an affordable price. So share with us a little bit about what our intention here is, Lynette, and with this 2-hour publicity strategy that goes along with it.
Well, first of all, we do 3 media pitches, which means 3 press releases. And we work with you to pull unique stories so that you can present these to the right media to get coverage for who you are as the expert that you are. And the 2-hour strategy session that comes with it is not only an evaluation of everything that you've done for exposure, but what can you do going forward that really works in conjunction with your marketing plan. And we explore all of that. And I give you tips and tactics as well as teaching you exactly what you need to do moving forward.
That's really wonderful. And what's really great about this is that it's at an affordable price. We're doing this at $9.97. And then you also pay additional fees for any of the PR services, the wire services. But those are also economical. I think the lowest one is about $2.99 plus tax. So this is something that we're going to be doing going forward. And the reason it came about is that I watched not only members of the We Empower You community, but my own very self avoiding getting out there in the media, even though I know for certain that this is the one of the best strategies that I could put into place. And so I'm really excited to be working with you. We actually have been working on this with one of our clients. And so we're already dialing in and seeing how things work. And, you know, we have very similar backgrounds on some level, but we have dissimilar backgrounds on another level. So I'm going to be pitching as well. And, you know, we do pitches as well. Can you talk about what is pitching and how is it just different than press releases?
Well, a press release is something that you formulate. And then when you pitch, you're working with the media and selling them basically your story. And that story is what's engulfed into that press release. It's all in your headline, and then the body of the press release supports that. And that headline is your story. So we help you refine that and get that out there so that you can then pitch that story to the media.
And where the value really comes in, Lynette, is that you're connected to the media, and I'm connected to the media somewhat as well. And so it's not just about pitches. It's not just about press releases. It's who do you know, right? Because it's all in the who, not in the how to. And you don't, for those people who either have a budget and don't want to do it themselves, they really can take advantage of this really great opportunity. So give us a little lay of the land of the who that you know and a mass of lists that you've accumulated over time that you can reach out to both locally in your market as well as nationally.
Well, over the years, you build relationships, and those relationships will change over time. And the reason for that is just as simple as in 2020, in the heat of COVID, many people within the media lost their jobs. 68%, according to Pew Research, across the board. Now, that's reporters, cameramen, camera women, you know, co-hosts, radio personalities, you know, across the board, reporters, journalists. 68% were either furloughed, laid off, or permanently laid off. And so what that means is many of my sources, for example, moved on to other areas. But here's the thing. When you're staying on top of that, as I do, you learn who's taken their place. You learn about the editors that are now, for example, instead of just managing one entity, one magazine, one newspaper, one whatever it is, they're now managing 3. So if they are, that's a real benefit to me in how I can help my clients, because that provides, you know, 3 options instead of 1, and with someone that knows me or knows of my work. So that's a
Well,
big thing too, is sometimes we don't know our contacts personally, but they know of our work. And that's a
yeah.
part of what gets us recognized.
Yeah, and when you're known for bringing on the A game and and a top level interview, and there's a story that comes down the pike, they're going to call you, right? So you become their ally, you become their source of news. And what I really love about the years that you've put in developing your craft and also amassing the list is that you have thousands of contacts that you've connected to over the years. So it's not just one or two or three or five or 10. You can decide, oh, I'm going to do 3 out of 1,000 contacts. And depending on the need of the client, you can offer them a national exposure or even a local exposure, because sometimes locally is more valuable. So you have something coming up here that you do on a routine basis where you're helping folks to learn more about PR and how they can use PR to grow their business. Tell us a little bit about your masterclass coming up.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be just value packed. It's called 3 Uncommon Ways to Boost Visibility and Profitability Without Pulling Your Hair Out or Losing Your Mind. Because we take you through all the things that could be very confusing and we demystify it. And it's going to be September 8th through September 10th. And that will be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific time. And how to register for that, super simple. You can jump in and grab your seat now. It's a virtual event, and you can find it at uncommonpr.net. Super simple.
And it takes about 2 seconds pretty much to sign up. So if you've got 2 seconds out there, you can do this. And it's invaluable because you really deliver. And I would say you over deliver on your content whenever you're presenting. So again, that's going to be uncommonpr.com, and go ahead and put that up there, Daniel, if you wouldn't mind. And folks can see it again, uncommonpr.com. And I'm looking forward to this masterclass. .net?
.net.
.net. I'm sorry. I made a mistake there, Daniel. You'll have to fix that for me. But in any event, this masterclass is just the tip of the iceberg, because literally being in touch with Lynette and, being a part of her community also, and learning to, dive into this PR as a solution for you to be involved with is really priceless. I have to say, I cannot wait to get my message to the millions and the masses that are out there as well. And do you have any final thoughts as we wrap up here for the day?
Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. There's lots of pros like myself. Of course, I recommend me in preparing you to be seen and heard. It's so deeply important to be visible, credible, and more profitable. And I can help you get there.
Yes. And, one of the things I really am enjoying is that you have offerings. You have a Facebook group as well. Can you share a little bit about your Facebook group and how folks can get in touch with you?
Absolutely. It's Embrace Your Fire and Grow Your Business with Publicity and Promotion. It's on Facebook. Go ahead. It's a private group. So go ahead and ask to join. And I would love to have you. We have great camaraderie in the group. We have trainings. We have interviews. And there's topics and guides and lots of information to help you along the way. And I'm always there taking questions and providing lengthy answers at times, all designed to help you be where you need to be.
I love it. I love it. And I also want to mention that you are going to be a recurring speaker for the upcoming We Empower You Global Virtual Summit. And we do short presentations there. The next one coming up is going to be September the 14th. As you know, we're sticking with our 12-hour format. It starts at 8:30 a.m., goes to 8 p.m. And we feature speakers like Lynette on topics of business, leadership, love, life, and health, and wealth to boot. And in addition, I wanted to mention that those that sign up get to have not only a free pass to join us for the summit, but also you get to have a Admanity Protocol VIP Access Pass, where you get to learn the emotions that sell everything, and specifically the emotions that could and would sell your business opportunity, your product, your service, or your book. So this is free, provided by, in compliments of We Empower You, but provided by Admanity Protocol. So we look forward to seeing you and everyone at the summit, and it's going to be a fantastic opportunity. Go to weempoweryourlife.com, click on the Summit Tickets tab to get your free ticket. We'd love to have you here. And so what I'd like to say is you're going to want to take advantage of that $9.97 offer that Lynette is offering. Thank you so much for joining us here today. It's been so great to have you. And our next show is going to be Monique live. It's her 100th episode. Congratulations, Monique. This is a great time to celebrate. You're now at 2 p.m. instead of the earlier show before me. And I want to just say congratulations, one and all, for this wonderful production. Shattering the Glass Ceiling is live on Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio, where we're talking about life-changing conversations that unite remarkable women and men from all walks of life to share and exchange individual experiences. Thanks everyone for listening and watching. Please leave a comment. I read all of them and I love your feedback. And join us back at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time next Thursday. Bye for now, everybody. Coaching is a noble profession, but in these current tumultuous times, so many talented coaches are finding that they simply cannot connect with people that they could be helping. And people need our help more than ever these days. That is why I conceived the We Empower You Global Community and Global Virtual Summit. I'm Bettina Carey, and I'm inviting you to join with some of the world's leading empowerment coaches, trainers, authors, mentors, and thought leaders for our upcoming We Empower You Global Virtual Summit. There's an old adage and saying that goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. It is in that spirit of togetherness that we aim to help connect more talented coaches to the people that they might help. Join us for free and share your knowledge in this Find Wealth by Giving endeavor. And there isn't a hidden fee or big sales pitch at the end. You will be shoulder to shoulder with some of the world's best thought leaders, newsmakers, and game changers. And you will see for yourself exactly what the We Empower You global community and membership is all about. It's a blend of altruism and business, to be sure. This endeavor is audacious, and we hope to plant seeds that take deep roots. So we need you. If you have a goal of helping others reach and achieve that next rung, if your work aids in lifting people out of self-limiting beliefs, if you're ready to fix the world one client at a time, or spread your message to the masses, you're welcome to join us for our We Empower You Global Summit. Tickets are free, but RSVP is required. Scan the QR code if you're watching on TV, or go to our website at weempoweryourlife.com and click on the Summit Tickets tab to get more information and to claim your free Zoom admission ticket. We empower you. Together we will go far.